Raspberry Pi arcade machine is a cabinet that replicates an old arcade machine using new methods. Many emulators today don't feel authentic due to the control methods and displays being different from what the games were meant to be played on. This is why our arcade machine uses hardware designed in the same era as the games it runs, making the experience as accurate as possible to the original arcades that the games were designed for. It uses a Raspberry Pi to do this. A Raspberry Pi is a playing card-sized computer that can be plugged into a monitor or a TV of some sort. In our case, a 1996 Samsung CRT TV. For our system, in order to run games like Donkey Kong and Super Mario Bros., we ran a Nintendo game emulator off of the Raspberry Pi. Once we had our games, we then needed to figure out how we were going to control the game. The easiest option was to use the keyboard and to use the arrow keys along with Z and X. We decided against that because we wanted a way that felt more like a professional arcade machine.
The option we chose is a button and joystick set that was compatible with a Raspberry Pi. Then all we needed to do was assign the different inputs to the different jobs that the buttons would have to do. As simple as that sounds, it was not a very easy task to do. First, we had to learn how to program a Raspberry Pi, wire the buttons and joysticks, and then finally apply the math skills we need to build the cabinet for our hardware. We designed the cabinet using a 3D modeling software known as Tinkercad. We designed it to feel clean looking and accurate to the original design, as well as a comfortable height to play on a tabletop. While doing this project, there were a few roadblocks that could be easily avoided if we decided to do this project again. The first issue we ran into was that the emulator we were using was not compatible with our monitor and wouldn't install because of this. We were at a roadblock for about 2 days before we tried the TV and it eventually worked. The only other issue we had was that designing the cabinet, we accidentally designed the walls overlapping. However, this is an easy fix because we just had to cut an extra inch off of a few pieces.
This has been Odyn and Sam with the Raspberry Pi arcade machine. I think we're pretty happy about how it turned out. What do you think?